This woman was sent to prison in 1870. Her mugshot shows just how scared she was, and today I will tell you her story. Leah Wheeler was born in 1847 in Bampton, Oxfordshire, to William Wheeler and Anne Beckinsale. Her father was an agricultural labourer, and she was one of 7 children born to the marriage. In 1869, aged 20, she lost her father due to heart failure. Just 6 months later, she was charged with stealing 1 yard of embroidery of the value of 15 shillings at Brampton on the 1st of August, the property of Thomas Wells Pembury. It was said 6 years ago the prisoner was a servant to the family. Anne Pembury said the embroidery produced belonged to her. She last saw it little over 6 years ago. The prisoner said she bought it from a sister who lived in London. The jury brought in a verdict of guilty, but recommended her mercy on the account of time which has elapsed since the offence was committed, and that unfortunately she was then probably under the influence of a dishonest mother. Under these circumstances, the prisoner was sentenced to 3 weeks imprisonment with hard labour. As she was leaving the dock, the prisoner asked for 12 months. In 1873, Thomas Collis of Bampton was summoned for assaulting Anne Wheeler. He was also summoned for assaulting Leah Wheeler, daughter of the above complainant. He was sentenced to 14 days in prison. On the 22nd of April 1878, she married Leonard Bridgman, an agricultural labourer also living in Bampton. Leonard had also been in trouble with the law, mostly for fighting and stealing. Sadly, the marriage would only last 13 years, as Leonard passed away from tuberculosis in 1891. She went to live with her mother, but sadly she died just 3 months later from heart disease. In 1893 and 1894, she was accused of using abusive language. Both cases were dismissed. One report from 1907 perhaps shows a different side to Leah. It was a report on the inquest of John Baker, an elderly man from the village. Leah gave evidence. She said, "I am a widow living at Brampton. I knew deceased and used to go to his house to look after him for the last 6 months. He had been ill more or less since last September and complained of a pain in his heart. I last saw him on Thursday night about 9 o'clock. He said he was glad I had come. He was crying bitterly about his sister and said he should never get over it. He said he had a pain at his heart. I stayed an hour with him and made him a little cornflower." A verdict of died from heart disease was given. Leah lived the rest of her life in Bampton, where she lived in a small cottage with Edward Litchfield. She passed away in 1929, aged 79. So rest in peace, Leah. You will be remembered.